right? Duel Trial, where we get to play the World Championship winning decks for free, and that we totally did not know about until they were released in this Duel Trial. Totally. Okay, so among the decks, we have Ryan's deck, you know, Fire King's deck. I'm not gonna be showing this deck. I don't think anybody really wants to see really cares about seeing any more Fire King Snake Eyes or Yubel gameplay. You know, if you want more of that, just go play ladder and you'll find plenty of it. don't worry about that. So that leaves these 4 decks that are left. So we have Pearly, which is it's like board breakers plus ending on Noir. Even though I think Pearly is a good deck, although I don't find it, and it's like pretty difficult to play and involved to play, but I don't find it particularly interesting to watch in my opinion, because a lot of the games just end up going the same way, which is try to make Noir, try to draw 4 cards in your opponent's standby phase, and when you go second, you OTK with Happiness, which is admittedly way more interesting than a lot of other decks, but it's just I'm not a fan of just always just making Noir and then drawing into Maxi and then winning that way. But yeah, then we have Vanquish Souls, which I have played this deck. I'm going to be showing you how absolutely trash I am at Vanquish Souls. Like I don't think I could have played this deck any worse. But yeah, I've been interested in this deck, but obviously, as you can see with the URs in here, it costs quite a price to play this deck, a price that I cannot afford. So I've never played this deck before, and this will be my first time playing it. So yeah, and it definitely showed. It definitely showed. Yeah, Jesse's. We have the Tearrorist pile, the Tearrorist pile with without Snake Eyes. But normally you would run Snake Eyes in this as well. But you know, obviously the Fire King with the shared card pool, the Fire Kings have to use the Snake Eyes. But yeah, this deck is, you know, I'm one of the worst gamblers on the face of the planet. So I can already see how this is gonna go when I play this. But this is probably the only time where I can afford to play a deck like this. So I'm gonna take advantage of it and try to do something with this while I still can for free. And then Salad. So this deck. Funnily enough, this is probably the best deck to play against the Tearrorist deck. So like the best counter pick against Jesse's first deck is actually Jesse's second deck. Because, I mean, look, you're playing triple Bell and triple Crow, which is literally just targeted tier hate. And I think Jesse said, literally, like, in his video where he made discussing his deck choices, that this was the deck to queue in against branded, like decks like Branded and Voiceless. Basically decks that are, one, weak to Crow and Bell, but also that floodgate you out of the game. You know, Branded, if they play the Sanctifier targets like the DDD or Christia or Jalkin or whatever, then obviously if Jesse's tier deck gets Jalgined, then no matter how much gas it has, it can't do anything because it's under a floodgate. This deck can break through boards, it can't beat floodgates for obvious reasons. Then you have Voiceless Voice, which some Voiceless Voice run Jalkin, and this deck also cannot be the Jalkin lock from Voiceless Voice, because that barrier fucking protects the Jalkin from being attacked. So this is the deck that's specifically made to counter types of decks like those. And by doing that, it also happens to be good against Tier, because Crow and Bell is also good against Tier as well as Branded or what's it called? Voiceless Voice. So yeah, these are the decks. I'm probably gonna be playing these three in the middle. I've played these three in the middle. I think these are the most unique / interesting out of the 6 decks. But yeah. Okay, so for the first game, I'm playing Ryan's Vanquish Soul deck, and first of all, seasoned Vanquish Soul players, I don't blame you for wanting to look away from this replay, because god damn, did I misplay this? Did I misplay a lot? But also, I don't want you to look away because I want you to actually count the number of misplays that I make in the course of the 2 turns I've had. So first we activate Positive Extravagance. Well, I did the right thing first, and then I used Shifter. So I actually did the right play, and this is probably the last correct play I did for the rest of the game. So I get max lead, and I don't know, it is what it is. Rogue open stake your soul and Jalon. I don't know if it's worth playing, if it's worth using stake your soul, or I should just small world, because I small worlded away Maxi for Pantera because the Maxi was going to be dead under shifter. So I looked at my small world bridges and I'm like, wait, my only small world bridge from Maxi into Raisin is fucking Pantera. Okay, well, goodbye Pantera, I guess. I don't know if that was correct or not, but I kind of lost access to one of my Earth attributes that I didn't even know, because this is a one-off. Yeah, we add Raisin, and then I'm gonna special Fender, and then normal Raisin, and then Raisin add Borger. I don't know if that's the correct play. Fender add Rise Heart. That way, at least we have 2 fire attributes. I at least know that I can get a few fire attributes this way. Now I don't know when to do this. Do I do this in the draw phase immediately with the? No, I can't because I don't have the. Because Heavy Borger is main phase only. Okay, so I wait until the main phase. They go Alcanics end of main phase, Raisin effect, so I can summon Jalong. Heavy Borger effect, return Raisin, special Heavy Borger, Jalong. Reveal 2 to add, and here I add Dr. Madlove because I don't know, I wanted to draw a card off Raisin. I don't know if this is the correct add or not. Maybe I should have added Caesar Valius or something, because I mean this is greedy and this is just me trying to get the one draw off of Heavy Borg, and I draw another Raisin. So yeah, a lot of good that draw did for me. Pass it back to me. I used Jala on the draw phase to reveal again Raisin Rise Heart. Try to add something, and then they get Skyburn. They're Alcanics hitting the Fender, and here I'll add continue because I'm like I have everything in my hand already. Is what I thought, but again you'll see the misplays come later. Here comes Alcanics. Here comes the hard drawn Garunix. Now I use Borger effect really mad love because I'm like maybe I should have done this earlier before the. Yeah, if I was gonna do this, I should have definitely used Borger to draw before the Alcanics got popped, because then I could have drawn into something like a Maxi. But now if I draw into Maxi, it's too late. They already special summoned, so I already lost value off the Maxi. But I draw into Call by the Grave. Again, never fucking punish, bro. Like I could be the worst player in the world, and this game fucking just gives me whatever I need because I don't know fucking beginners luck. This was insane. So they go Garunix. Alcanics special summon the other Garunix, send Cure, and then I taught the top deck called by I got from the Heavy Borger. Basically seals this game. So it's like, man, I sure earned that game, man. I opened Shifter called by versus Fire King going first, man. What a skilled player. So now, and spoilers, the game's not ending this turn because look at what I did. So I go Raisin, add a second copy of Heavy Borger. Why? I don't fucking know why. I don't know how to play this deck. So then I link off the Jiaolong into Rocket the Vanquisher because I misread Badlove's effect. Badlove's effect is return the monster with the lowest defense. I thought it was return the monster with the highest defense for a second, so I thought to get rid of like. Yeah, I don't know. I was never getting the Mad Love to bounce one of my opponent's monsters. It was just not happening this turn, so I should have just forgot about that. I do summon the Mad Love, so I do search the trap, which I should not need because this game should be over this turn. Then I use Raisin to reveal 2 to pop the Garunix. Then I use Stake Your Soul, reveal Raisin to get Jiaolong, and then Caesar Valius. And here's on the summon of Caesar Valius, here's where I realized I don't have an Earth attribute. This could have been a Caesar Valius. That I could have had an Earth attribute, but no, I'm just missing an Earth attribute for no reason. Why? Because I'm terrible with this deck. And then I also get nibbed. So wow, fantastic, bro. Literally could not have played that turn any worse if I tried. But if you find a way to play the sequence that any worse, let me know because I think that'd be a challenge to figure out. Because yeah, then I get called by the Jello because that was totally deserved. I deserve to get punished a little bit. Granted, at this point my opponent has 2 cards and I have 6 cards, including the Nid token that they can't out. So like I still have this in the bag. But I tried to through that game so hard. Fire King Island, I summon a Fire King Island, or if activating Fire King Island, I use Raisin. Again, where the fuck is my Earth attribute? Imagine if this Borger was like a Caesar Valius, you know, I'd be Bing chilling. But no, this is I have to reveal 2, so I don't get to pop the nib. So now I have to summon the Raisin to the nib column, and then you know, add a Siege of Valors. There's my Earth attribute. Little too late, but you know, it is what it is. And then on the Fire King Island, I chain Brazen to pop the Nibiru because I figured, like, what if they don't have another monster to pop? Okay. And their other monster to pop was Maxi, so I guess it didn't matter, but I guess I got rid of 2 monsters in one. Then they go normal summon Ponix, and at here, this is the final correct play I did. It took me, like, my first play I did was correct activating Pod Extravagance, and the final play I did, special summoning Borgren defense, was correct. Those were the only 2 correct plays I probably did this entire game with Vanquish Souls. And yeah, I summoned this defense because now their Ponix cannot crash into me. Their only way to do anything this turn was to crash the Ponix to trigger the Garunix Engrave, which I'm not letting them do that. Yeah, and they couldn't put the Nibiru token in attack because it's a 12k. You can't crash into a token that big. And yeah, draw a card and they can't do anything. So that's, yeah. I gotta fucking up my Vanquish Soul gameplay, bro. Like that was pathetic. And now we're playing Salad. So this deck is meant to be good against Branded, Voiceless Voice, and accidentally Tear. What this deck is not good against is fucking Yubel. This is, you go second with Salad versus Yubel, and you only open 1 hand trap. It is rough. So my opponent opens Spirit Gates into Yama, and I'm like, what am I ashing? Like, there's no good point to ash if they open Spirit Gates. It's like, do I gambit they don't have Dark Vanguard Beast, lose to Samsara Deloads, I wait for Samsara Deloads, and then I still can't out a Rage with Escape set? Like, what am I supposed to fucking do? So I ash the Yama. And here, okay, they make a Fan of Yubel, and then they discard Spirit of Yubel that they had, and then special Spirit of Yubel to place a Nightmare Pen. I'm like, wow, okay, so you literally just have full combo without, like, you don't even care about the ash. Alright, nice. And yeah, here comes the Yubel, and here comes the Grayson. Pop the Yubel, get the Terror Incarnate, and here we go. Rage, summon back, Fan of Yubel, Graystormer, bring back Spirit of Yubel, end turn, end phase. Salad best deck, baby. You can win without even playing a card. You know, this was not a timeout. My opponent was not fumbling the... Well, okay, they did fumble the bag, but they did not, like, waste 6 minutes on 1 turn. They, it was literally, like, before going to end phase, they were stood there for a hot 2 minutes trying to think about what to do. I don't know if they were trying to make an app loser or something, and they just couldn't get to it. They go to the end phase and surrender without even passing to my turn. So, yeah, it's... Actually, Salad is... no matter what, whether it's like in the actual tournament or in the duel trials, you'll just never be able to actually play a card with Salad. You gotta get FTK'd or your opponent just surrenders before it passes to your turn. And now enjoy some gameplay of me trying to get some gameplay with Tear. And of course, every time you play Tear, you just queue into another Tear. So it's like, wow, a nice grass mirror magic going on here. I 99% chance my opponent opened grass and then realized they couldn't activate it and just left. So awesome, classic Tear gameplay. So let's try it again. Let's try to get some more gameplay with Tear. Mirror magic again, of course it is. So I'm gonna use Imperial Tome, put back, add Horus, put back the Havness. I don't know if putting back Havness is correct. Maybe put back the Tactics because I can. I'm going first, so I can only set cards. And then I use Horus, Imseti, pitch, Keldo, add Kingsark, add Sharon, and then they what is this maxi? What the hell is this maxi timing? You didn't. Why did you wait until after I drew a card off Imseti to maxi if you're gonna Imseti anyways? Like, what the hell is? And whatever. Like, you knew I had this in hand too already. Why didn't, like, this was no new information. Yeah, okay, so you just play into, like, me drawing into a callback potentially on that 1 card. I didn't, so I never punished, but then I will set Meta Noise and I will normal summon Sharon. I don't go ham because I realize Jesse's list isn't playing Necrophase. So because I don't have access to card destruction, I actually don't think I have a way to deck them out. So we're doing the strongest tier Endboard through Maxi. Normal summon Sharon, Meta Noise, Keldo, and Grave with a Maxi in hand. And of course I'm gonna draw phase Maxi them back, and they have to Columbine the Grave. And I thought for a Hobbit, I'm like, do I negate this? Do I Keldo shuffle back the Maxi? And I eventually decided not to because I'm like, Keldo's really good in the mirror match. So I might as well just like try to survive. Because if I Maxi, it's not like I can draw into anything. This deck doesn't run many defensive cards. So they could literally just kill me if I use my Keldo. So I'm like, I'd rather use my Keldo to try to survive. And they go Grief, Send Happiness, and of course, this is getting shuffled back. This is definitely getting shuffled back. And I just have to pray that whatever they have doesn't beat Meta Noise. And that was another mistake, because like I valued Thrust into Meta Noise too much, because Meta Noise sucks in this matchup, as you will see. So they're going to left arm. Funnily enough, cannot left arm for grass because they that's not gonna do much for you. They do have Foolish Bureau Goods though, so they can dump Trippy Karma for the Rhino, because funny enough they had to banish the Crystal Beast Emerald Hurdles, they couldn't dump Rainbow Bridge. So they're down one card, which is funny, not that it matters, but yeah, normal summon Rhino Heart, send Sharon, and you're gonna fuse. I can't Meta Noise any of that because fusions use face down, so go into Kikkilos, and then here's a smart play. Kikkilos, add, and then Pearl Rhino. So first of all, I made a misplay with Keldo because I should have shuffled back the Grief. I don't know why I didn't, because I kept the Grief in there. It's just easy tier cash fodder. I don't know why I shuffled some random Maxi back and not the Grief. But my opponent was smart and played around it anyways, because they're going to Pearl Rhino pop their own Kikkilos. That way I can't Meta Noises and then end their turn. They get the mill 5 anyways, and they get to get tier cash. Although this was a misplay by them, they should add the tier cash to hand. I don't know why they dumped the tier cash. They probably forgot that they destroyed the Kikkilos, so they wouldn't have a way to actually special summon back the tier cash. So they're gonna mill 7, but they're not gonna have the tier cash, which I think is a mistake. They should have definitely added the tier cash to hand. They would have gotten one more mill that way. And they mill Sulliak and Scream, which I'm not that worried about because they already went through Happiness plus Sharon, so they can't have any more fusions. And they go Sulliak and add a Rhino Heart. They also normal summon already, so they're going to get Synchron, pitch Rhino Heart, and here finally we get used out of the Meta Noise, and now they lose. So, well, a lot of things. I think there's like a total of 1 fusion summon and like 3 special summons that entire tier mirror. Just a riveting gameplay. Alright, so this is attempt number 3 at trying to get tier gameplay. Quote unquote tier gameplay. And this hand, well, look at all these tier cards I opened. So my opponent doesn't have Ash, so we're chilling. I put back the Imseti, and then Imseti dump Dwamatev, add King Sark, and then draw a card. And then activate King Sark, summon back Dwamatev, get Maxied. Why are you playing around Gamma? The deck lists are public. You know there's no Gamma in Jesse's deck list. Why are you playing around Gamma? Like, it doesn't matter because I drew Call By, but yeah, that was... What the hell was that? I could have punished you if I didn't have that Call By already. But yeah, it is what it is. Then I'll use Goat Sark, pitch Snow, get Happy, summon back Happy, summon back Imseti. I think Jesse mentioned somewhere that when you make Zombie Vampire, you want to make Zombie Vampire with Happy plus Dwamatev. Because Zombie Vampire is a dark zombie, so it's easier to make Curious with Zombie Vampire if you have Imseti left over versus the other hordes names. So yeah, that's why you make Zombie Vampire with these 2, and that's why probably why you run 3 hordes names. Yeah, Zombie Vampire. Let's see what we mill. So I get my opponent's Ash Blossom because I milled the Strudel, Rainbow Bridge, Scream. 3 good mills off of 4 mills. Yeah, this is how it feels like to be a good tier player. Yeah, my opponent left, so Yeah, that's about as far as you can get with this trial deal. Because as soon as you get your anything going, it looks like your opponent's probably just gonna leave, and they weren't gonna beat the board that we were gonna make. Because I had Droplet in hand, I had a Pearl Rhino. We were gonna. I didn't even use a tier effect yet, so we were gonna have like 2 to 3 tier traps, SP, Appaloosa, Baron, all of that stuff, Snow Engrave, Shuffler's Engrave, Mill 11. Uh, yeah, Fire King, which was the deck they were on, was not beating that. So let me know in the comments which deck you guys played and which deck you guys liked the most. Fire King Snake Eyes, Vanquish Soul, Terrorism, Salamangreat, Yubel, or Pearly. Now, yeah, I don't know. I've always been interested in Vanquish Souls. It's just the cost prevented me like from playing this, and that I kind of regretted it because I really would have enjoyed playing this at least sometime. I have a fucking Royal Heavy Porker. I'm doing this deck. I'm bringing such shame to this deck's player base. It's yeah. Maybe in the future you'll see a redemption arc with me with this deck.